What's up, K-Babes? I came here, as you can see from the title, I came here strictly just to give my opinion. I just watched that video. I kept hearing people say something about some nails, and I didn't know what they were talking about. I just watched that video, as much of it as I could stand, and I'm utterly disgusted. Like, I don't understand how somebody can be that rude to people who's paying your bills. Like, and this is for y'all who don't know, I'm talking about Peach McIntyre. How is it that people are taking time out of their day to send you packages, send you packages in the mail, and the best thing you can do is talk about it? I don't give a damn what somebody send me or my kids in the mail. I'm going to be appreciative. If I don't like it, I am not going to address the fact that I don't like it. Now, I might say, I'm not going to address it like that anyway. I might say, this is not necessarily for me or something like that. But to be rude and say, this is ugly as fuck, look at that writing and all that, like, that's crazy. And I'm sorry for my language, but I just thought that was crazy. I have a daughter myself. If my daughter was to send her something, because at one point, I actually looked up to her. And when that little girl said she looked up to her, a lot of people was like, well, that's the problem. Why would she be looking up to Peach? Well, let's start the fact that a lot of kids want to be influencers. A lot of kids want to be YouTubers. And unfortunately, Peach McIntyre is successful, or at one point was very successful. And because she puts all her business out there, and because she keeps the negativity going and always arguing with someone, she continues being successful. Because why? Negativity sells. It does. And that's why my page is slowly growing, but it's growing. And I refuse to be negative. This is about the most negative video I'll probably have. And it actually has a positive approach. I just didn't like the fact that how she did that little girl. And that little girl is in a hospital bed herself. She did something nice for Peach because she wanted Peach to feel better. And that's the best you could do for her. Now, what I did appreciate the fact that Wood tried to make the situation, turn the situation around for better, telling her, like, maybe they look better when you try them on, like, give them a chance. Like, that could be old. Like, the girl could have gotten better. Like, he was trying to be positive, put a positive spin on it, and she still wanted to be negative. I don't give a damn how pregnant you are. I don't care how moody you are. You don't got to be rude. That's no excuse. It ain't no excuse for nothing. And then towards the end, she said, oh, I feel bad because it's a kid. Like, I don't care if it's a kid or a 60, 70-year-old woman. You don't have to be rude to the people who are paying your bills and putting food in you and your kids' mouths. Like, it's the problem with a lot of influencers and YouTubers is that once y'all get to a certain status, y'all forgot who got you there. Y'all didn't get there by yourself. Like, if I thought that I got to 12,000 plus followers on YouTube by, being rude, or by myself, then I'll be lying. No, that's nowhere near where hers are, or a lot of other YouTubers are. But at the end of the day, that's still a lot to me. And on here, I got over 54,000 followers. At the end of the day, I'm not rude to anyone. Even the ones who deserve it, I'm not rude to. If you look at my previous video, when this woman was blatantly being rude, I was not rude back to her. I gave her a positive reply. At the end of the day, definitely don't want to be rude to people when they're not being rude to you. That girl went out of her way in the hospital bed at that to make you feel better about yourself and what you choose to do. You chose to tear her down instead. That's rude as fuck. You think the nose is ugly as fuck? You was rude as fuck. But you're rude in real life. I thought that this was just, oh, this girl just putting on for social media. I'm like, okay, she got the blueprint. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people was like, well, how can this? That's the problem with the mom. How can this? What someone else said. There's a problem with the mom. Why is your daughter looking up to Peach? Because she's a successful YouTuber. Because she's a successful influencer. And if y'all are mad that she is, y'all put her on that platform. She put herself on that platform. Y'all kept her there. And y'all keep her there daily. This girl just got 21 million views off a video within 7 days. You wonder why she's doing what she do? Because she can. And she will continue. At the end of the day, I'm not mad at her. I'm glad that she's successful. But what I'm saying is, there's a lot of women out here that need to be uplifted, that need to be spoken into. And it's a lot that they can gain from this young lady. At the end of the day, you went through a lot, even with your mother. You talk about it daily. You tear your mom down daily. Now, granted, from what you said, your mom tore you down as a kid and coming up. And still to this day, I guess. I don't know the issues that you and your mom have. And thank God I don't have to deal with that because I have a loving mother. My mom is there. Me and my mom and me and my dad, we have issues. Right? We go through different things, but I would never, not ever, come on this platform and use it for hate. Not ever. I don't care what me and my mom and dad go through. Come on here and tell my parents that I would not go to their funeral or cry if they died. You okay to feel how you feel, baby. But just know that karma is the real. You have 9 babies that God bless you with. And if you think for a second that out of one of them 9 babies, somebody ain't going to resent you, you're crazy. You can do all that you want to do as a mother. You can give all your blood, sweat, and tears to your kids. Somebody's going to feel like they didn't get enough. It's only so much attention that you can give your kids, and you can try as hard as you want to, and you feel like you're treating them all equally, but somebody somewhere is feeling a little left out at some point. Okay? So if you think for a second that karma won't come back around and bite you in your ass, it will. It will. And sorry for my language, but at the end of the day, I just got to be real. Sometimes you got to meet people at their level. Okay? One of them kids is going to end up being Little Peach. Sorry to say. And you're going to have to deal with that same hurt and pain that you're causing on your mother and that you're causing on others. And that's sad to say. But the thing is, a lot of people get up and they get on the platform. They get on these platforms and they think that they're never going to get knocked back down. Baby, I've been up before. Not on social media, but I've been up before. Financially. And I got knocked down. God humbled me in the worst way. I felt what that ground felt like. You don't think it rock bottom? It hurts. And you don't want to be there. Now, I'm sure you probably done hit rock bottom before. And you think like, what? I'm Peach. I can get out of this. I can get out of anything. I'll hustle my way back to the top. You may. But at some point, if God don't want you to continue, you won't, babe. You won't. Because in an instant, if all these people that you got turned their back on you, where would you be? Where would you be? Back on food stamps? Back on welfare? Back in the projects? I don't wish that on nobody. And I'm not wishing it on you. I'm just telling you that you need to humble yourself and understand the people who are putting you on this platform. Understand the people who are helping you to take care of your kids and where you don't have to have food stamps. Understand the platform that you're on where you're in a nice home, you drive a nice car, and you're able to stay home with your babies. A lot of people can't do that. So you're blessed. Act blessed. Not a mess. There's so many people out here that wish they were where you are, and you don't even appreciate where you are. That's silly. It's silly. And when I said that she's rude, that was because of what I experienced and what I endured with her. Because she's very rude. And I thought, like I said, I thought this was just skits and different things for YouTube. I didn't think really people really come out here and tell all their business. You going to tell that your husband punched you in the face and beat you up and all that? I didn't think people really did that. You know, if you were using that to encourage someone, then cool. But you just using that for views. That's crazy. I would never exploit my family for views like that. That's insane. I could have been got a bunch of views. I could have been had over 1 million subscribers if I wanted to put out my business out there. Now, I will do some story times, but it won't be nothing to hurt somebody's feelings or tear somebody down. I think that's crazy. At the end of the day, I said she was rude because I went to one of her classes. Now, like I told y'all before, she was one of the ones that I looked up to until I saw the real her. Okay, when I went to that class, I saw how she just was so rude to this lady. It's an older lady on there, and she didn't really understand the editing thing. And she was just asking her for one little small editing favor. And she was like, this is not an editing class. You want to edit in class? Go buy my social media bundle and learn how to edit. Or you can sign up for a one-on-one for X amount of money. Just rude and nasty with it. I thought that was crazy. Like, how you want to talk to somebody like that who just put money in your pocket because you lost all your money? And now, you know, here we are trying to support you, and you ain't even really supporting us in the right way. Like, people need to really humble themselves for God humbled them. I'm just saying she was rude. And even to me, excuse me, even to me, you know, I came into the class late because I had a family emergency, and it was only like probably 3-4 minutes late. She had already started explaining what to do, and I thought I heard the tail end, and I thought I knew what I was doing. So answering her question was like World War III, so I was not finna do that. So what I did was went ahead and did what I thought I did. Now, obviously, I thought I did it correctly because I went on to raise my hand to volunteer to show it, and she went on there like, Kenya, you know, because that's not my name. My name is Kina. But anyway, you can go ahead and show yours. So I went on there. And she was like, this is not what I told you to do. This is not, you did the whole assignment wrong. And got off the video. I'm like, damn. Like, at least tell me what I did wrong. Because you know that I came in late because you let me into the Zoom. But I say all that to say that some people need to be humbled in the worst way. But let me tell you, that karma ain't no joke. I just hope that you get on them knees, babe. And I hope that you pray and ask God for forgiveness. Because you owe a lot of people out here apologies. Arguing back and forth with people to give views is crazy too. It's crazy. You said that in your video. You said that you said what you said to the little girl because you felt like people shouldn't sugarcoat how they feel. Well, babe, this is me not sugarcoating how I feel. This is how I felt about you. This is how I felt about what you did. Okay? Who the hell am I? I'm just K-Lashaye. I'm just Kina. But I'm going to give you my opinion. Now, whether you take it and run with it, that's up to you. Hopefully you take it in the manner that it's given. You know, a lot of people listen to respond and they don't listen to change or to really like take in what the people are saying. If you choose not to, if you choose to respond negatively, I mean, I'm not going to go back and forth with you. I don't really care. But at the end of the day, you needed to hear this. You need to hear this, and I know I'm not the only one. This hair is getting on my nerves. I know I'm not the only one who felt this way. But, so I definitely felt like I need to give my opinion. So many times I wanted to say something, and I wanted to come on here, like, during the class time, and I wanted to really, like, just go in. My character wouldn't let me. It wouldn't let me do it. I kept thinking, like, well, what are my followers going to think of me? Like, how are they going to take me from here on out? I always take other people's feelings into consideration. And you should start that too, babe. Because these people are paying your bills and they're taking care of your kids. If you don't understand that, if you don't do nothing else and don't respect nothing else, respect that. I wish you nothing but the best. Gotta go. Bye.